Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Con Call. First, we'll start with technical and daily order. If you see in Friday's trading session, Nifty finally breached below 19,300 odd levels with the gap down opening and sustained the gap for the whole of the trading session and eventually closed the week for the 19,300. So, this indicates there is a sentimental negative bias for the markets going ahead, and 19,400, 19,500 is acting as a very big hurdle for the index going ahead forward. So I witnessed that 19,000 and 18,800 should be a good level for accumulation of longs over there. And if we slip below 18,800, so there could be a structural change in the Nifty, and that has to be checked on later on. So now we are betting for 18,800 to 19,000 odd levels with a little bit, if sell on rise would be a good opportunity for the markets if not reaching above 90. So now coming to the sector specific front, if you see in the Friday's trading session, most of the sectors were trading in the red with healthcare, pharma, IT. IT was also making a heavy weight on the index for the declining, and small cap 50 also showed little bit some of the strength only was the loan sector in that session. Now coming to the Bank Nifty, if you see Bank Nifty is still trading in the range of 44,000 and 44,000 is held very well. So I guess that 43,500 is a crucial range for the Nifty, and it was a crucial for Nifty. For Bank Nifty, 43,500 would be a crucial. If you reach below 43,500, then we could be seeing a sharp cut in the Bank Nifty towards 1,500 points range, that is 42,000 odd level. So until that is not reached. So Bank Nifty trading in a very sideways narrow range only for the week. And coming to this expiry front, if we see on the options front, if we see now the writers of in the put side are shifted towards 19,000 as a good base for this expiry. And if you see the call writing from 19,300 as having a good call writings, and secondly by 19,500. So 19,500, 19,300 would be acting as strong hurdles on the higher side. And on the lower side, if you see 19,000 as a very good base, but followed by 18,900 and 19,100. So this should be an ideal base for the Nifty to land first from here. Now, secondly, if we come to the derivatives data for the futures front, if we see there was a heavy short built up in the future in the Nifty by 5 odd percentage. PCR was also on the muted note from 0.7, it rose to 0.86. Similarly, in the Bank Nifty shorts were less than Nifty, it was only 1 odd percentage, while PCR was down from 0.87 to 0.81. And in the Bank Nifty, if we see in the options data front, 46,000 strikes is witnessing a heavy call writing over this. So 46,000 will be a main thing. And secondly, led by 44,000 is witnessing a second order on the put side. So on the call side, if we see on the call side, if we see, then for 44,300 and 44,400 are the two strikes where there are heavy ratings. So Bank Nifty, if you see, there are ratings at heavy level. So if you see on a larger front, so Bank Nifty data shows there is a sideways, not a very steep cuts in the market. FIs have again shorted the index by 14,000 odd contracts, and now they are net short by 39,000 odd contracts, and long short ratio is standing at 40%. So FIs are into selling spree, and they are slowly and inching up their positions by adding. And similarly, the cash had also they are net. They were the sellers by 4,600 crores. By DIs are by 1,414 crores. Now coming to the build-ups, if we see, there were long build-ups in CNTV, Escorts, and PEL, while shorts were witnessed in Cummins India, PFC, and PI Industries. And stocks which are looking for today's trading action could be Bajaj Finserv, Escorts, Sera, Green Panel. These stocks are looking good on chart. Kiana Construction is another. We have released a report on Friday's trading session, so that could be also looked on the up to declines at 255 odd levels is also a good level to buy if you find any stock in that zones. So that's it from mine. I'll hand over to Vishal sir for more updates. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, team. So a couple of news update to start off with GSW Steel. In terms of positive set of data, company is looking to pick up around 20 to 40% stake in Elk Valley Resources. It is a metallurgical coal unit in Canada Tech Resources. Now, GSW, along with some of the Japanese and South Korean mills, is planning to buy a stake in the asset, and the combined offer value for the unit is around $8 billion. Now, this is positive for GSW Steel. Next is on CCL product. So in terms of negative news development, company, there has been one of its unit, which is Nagaon coffee plant in Vietnam. It has broken down. The equipment has broken down, and this particular unit contributes around 6 to 10% to its usual net profit at a console level. So that way it's positive. But I think historically we have seen such a one-off event, any opportunity in a weakness when these stocks give. So that merits a buy opportunity for these companies. Next is on BEL. Positive set of development is company has announced that they have received a new defense and non-defense orders of around 3,300 crore roughly, which is for the period of July and August. And this include LOI and order worth 1,000 received from Hindustan Shipyard. Now, if you look at company with this order addition, they are received in this particular year around 11,000 roughly 400 crore in this particular year, and this is pretty positive for Bharat Electronics, that is BEL. Next is in terms of positive set of announcement is on BAIL. BAIL has received an order from NHPC for order which is around roughly like 2,200 odd crore. The company will be supplying over the next, they have to supply over the next 75 odd months, and which is annual run rate of revenue like 352 odd crore. This is roughly 1.5% of its FY23 top line, and this is positive for BAIL. And currently company has an order book which is quite humongous, and which is 4 times its roughly FY23 revenue. Next is on PVR Anox. So this is an update, if you look at in Q2 on FY24, total 6 movies have reached net box office collection of 100 odd crores, which includes likes of Gadar 2, Jailer, Oh My God, Rocky Rani, and Oppenheimer. Now, outlook stay positive as in the coming quarter, which is roughly 2 odd good movies which is lined up. One is already being released, which is Ayushmann Khurrana Dream Girl 2, and second is Jawan, which is of Shah Rukh, which is expected to release on 7th September. So all this bodes well positive for PVR Anox for strong set of numbers in Q2 of FY24. Next is on L&T. So L&T has finally they received a shareholder approval for the proposal of buyback of around 10,000 odd crore, and this is positive for L&T. And last thing from my side is on Crompton Greaves Consumer Electrical. So company has launched a mass premium induction product, which is high speed Java and high speed Toro for the domestic market, and this is positive in terms of enhancement of its product line for the electrical side in the induction, that is kitchen appliances. Yeah, so that's all from my side, and I'll hand it to the team now. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Few updates from my side. First update on Zee Entertainment. So Puneet Goenka, former Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Zee Entertainment Limited, Friday moved to the Security Applied Tribunal, that is SAT, challenging a recent confirmatory order issued by the SEBI. In its appeal before the tribunal, a senior counsel represent Goenka requested a stay on the effect and operation of the regulatory's order. Next update on Grasim Industry. Grasim Industry announced that company will be deploying its largest ever capital expenditure with focus on 2 new businesses. First is on paint and next is on building materials. It has already invested 1,979 crore in the paint business in the fiscal year 2023. And Kumar Mangalam Birla, chairman of Grasim Industry, told that 76th annual general meeting, Grasim recorded year-on-year growth 23% and reached all-time high of 1.17 trillion revenue from operation. The next update on HAL and L&T. So HAL and L&T are firms that may bid efforts of private its small satellite launch rocket, reported routers deployed by the Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO. Small satellite launch vehicle is a low-cost means to launch satellite weighing up to 500 kg into a low Earth orbit, and this SSLV serves a booming market to launch clusters of satellites for communications and data that SpaceX and rivals compete in. The next update on Indostar Capital. The company has decided to sell part of its corporate portfolio amounting around 915 crore to Phoenix ARC, the company backed by the Brookfield and Everstone. The exercise is in line with its focus on bolstering core retail lending operation. Then last update on Gland Pharma. The US FDA has issued Form 483 to Gland Pharma with two observations after pre-market inspection of generic injectable makers Pashuram facility in Hyderabad. So that's it from my end. Now I will hand over to Prabhakar sir. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, team. Tata Steel says that it plans to scale up usage of hydrogen in steel making process. CEO Mr. T.V. Nagendran said the hydrogen in blast furnace helps to reduce consumption of coal, leading to reduction in carbon footprint. Today we have AGM of Reliance. So normally when the AGM happens, the stock and market will be very volatile. And there are many announcements normally made during the AGM. So based on which there can be some movement. But still, Geo Finance, I feel it is highly overvalued. Whatever is the announcement, that would give a good opportunity for exit. But there will be a lot of IPOs also, which people are speculating, like Reliance Retail and Retail Ventures, Reliance Infocom. But I think TV18 is a major beneficiary in this group. Fed Powell, he spoke yesterday in the holidays in Jackson Hole, where he leaves investor with a cloud of uncertainty. So market will be volatile because China is also having a problem. Many reports suggest that due to single man power, the CCP, the Communist Party people in local level are benefiting, and due to rampant corruption there, many projects are failing. So private sector investment is going away. So this will have a global impact on commodity prices. No, so that is something we need to have in mind. GRSE joins hand with Dempo Goa to build commercial vessels on West Coast. They have signed a MOU launch collaboration model to build commercial vessels in 3 premier shipyards, Dempo at Goa, Bhavnagar, and even in Kolkata. GR Infra Projects has won 3,637 crores, 86 months project for 50. It is a joint venture between Patel Engineering and GR Infra, 50-50 partnership for Dibang Power, Lot 4 of construction of civil engineering work for Lot 4 for tunnel and other things, where even BHEL has won the other order for 12 into 240 megawatt, which already Vishal has updated. So in that continuation, GR also for civil construction, they have won an order. So there are few things which are positive and there are few things which are negative. So we need to be very stock specific. There are stocks which are moving higher in the market. So we met management of Arvind, and there are interesting key takeaway. Their revenue was almost 8,000 crore, out of which 1,300 crores comes from advanced material. So that segment is growing at 25%. But overall, they said 8 to 10% will be the growth, overall growth opportunity. But they have inducted a person, Mr. Venkatesh Babu, in their Bangalore unit, who is going to rationalize cost. And they have a huge employee, almost 25,000 employees work in Arvind for 8,000 crore revenue. This is very high. So they said there are getting into automation and automation, automic this thing. So they are going to do a lot of this thing. And many companies are saying that producing denim or weaving and knitting is not enough. They have to do forward integration to benefit the supply chain. So companies like Gap, H&M, Marks and Spencers have said, they have to have the total unit so that it will be easy. So garmenting is something which previously was done in Bangladesh, is now shifting to India, is what they said. That means 80% of the garmenting will be done in their Bangalore unit. They have 2 units in Bangalore, and employee cost is almost 11%, which will also reduce. And debt almost 1,300 crore in next 18 months. They are saying it will be zero debt. No? So a lot of input we have got. So for a long-term investment, I think Arvind is a very good bet. There are many investors who will be meeting Arvind. That is what exchange notification said. Now even Arsha Engineering, we had a view on them. So they have 2 plants in Ahmedabad. Now they have one of the best tool room to order globally. They make cages for bearings. So they are a very unique company. Now and previously they were supplying to all the 4 major manufacturer from Europe. But another 3 major manufacturer are in Japan where they were not supplied. Now that is something which has changed, and they are doing it, and in large size bearing, cage bearing also, they are doing very good job. No, so they have a unit in China, Romania. Now Indian unit has a EBITDA margin of 20 to 22%. China has 14 to 15% margin. Romania has 12% margin. And these are made to order thing. So whenever it is customized product, China is never a competition. So that is where this company has a edge. So Harsha Engineering, on a long-term basis, we are very positive. We met even AI Engineering. No, they are in 3 verticals: cement, thermal power, and mining. In thermal power, it is more to do with India. Cement, they are in global. Mining, they are one of the leaders with a very high market share. In cement in India, they have 95% market share, and they are doing this for 20 years. Mining, they have 35% market share globally. No, so that is something interesting. Now the stock is correctly valued, but now they are forward integrating. So that is something where their cost optimization will happen. So that is something which will be very positive. So they have few competitors in few segments, but they have been I have been tracking this company from 2001, and any correction should be an opportunity to buy this stock. With that, over to you, team.
या थैंक यू सर. सो गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. अभी सारे अपडेट्स जो है एक बार हिंदी में डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. फर्स्ट अपडेट जो है वो है टाटा स्टील के ऊपर, जहाँ पे कंपनी ने अपने हाइड्रोजन यूसेज को सेल अप करने का डिसीजन लिया है. ओवरऑल अगर हाइड्रोजन यूसेज स्केल अप हो जाता है तो ये काफी हद तक कोल कंजम्पशन को रिड्यूस कर देता है. रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज की बात करें तो आज रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज का एजीएम होने वाला है. नॉर्मली हम देखते हैं कि रिलायंस की एजीएम के वक्त स्टॉक प्राइस में एक वोलेटिलिटी होती है. सो बेस्ड ऑन दिस आज अगेन रिलायंस के स्टॉक पे एज वेल एज मार्केट में एक हाई वोलेटिलिटी एक्सपेक्ट की जा सकती है. एट द सेम टाइम जियो फाइनेंस का जो आईपीओ आया था तो उसके हिसाब से स्टॉक प्राइस अभी भी ओवर वैल्यूड लग रही है. सो अगर कहीं भी थोड़ा बहुत राइज स्टॉक प्राइस में आता है तो उसको एक एग्जिट अपॉर्चुनिटी के तौर पे देखना चाहिए. टीवी 18 की बात करें तो टीवी 18 ओवरऑल जो एक मेजर बेनिफिशियरी लग रहा है. सो उस पर एक पॉजिटिव आउटलुक रखा जा सकता है. नेक्स्ट अपडेट जो है वो है जीआरएससी के ऊपर, जहाँ पे जीआरएससी ने टेल्को के साथ एक कोलैबोरेशन किया है फॉर कमर्शियल व्हीकल्स. जीआर इंफ्रा प्रोजेक्ट्स की अगर बात करें तो कंपनी को जो है एक नया प्रोजेक्ट मिला है जिसकी वर्थ है ₹3,637 करोड़. सो एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट होगा जीआर इंफ्रा प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए. उसके अलावा हम जो है अरविंद लिमिटेड के मैनेजमेंट से मिले थे, जहाँ पे कंपनी ने कहा है कि उनका ओवरऑल 8 to 10% ग्रोथ अपॉर्चुनिटी का विजन है. कंपनी के पास एक बड़ा सेट है एम्प्लॉयज का विच इज अराउंड 25,000 एम्प्लॉयज. एट द सेम टाइम उनका जो रेवेन्यू, उनका जो एम है रेवेन्यू का वो है अप टू 8,000 करोड़ का. ओवरऑल अगर कंपनी की बात करें तो 80% गारमेंटिंग जो है, आगे चल के कंपनी का विजन है कि 80% गारमेंटिंग जो होगा वो उनके बैंगलोर यूनिट में होगा। स्टॉक की बात करें तो स्टॉक लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव से काफी अच्छा लग रहा है। एट द सेम टाइम हम लोग जो है एआई इंजीनियरिंग के मैनेजमेंट से मिले तो कंपनी जो है करंटली जो है 3 सेगमेंट्स में ऑपरेट करती है, जिसमें से सीमेंट, थर्मल पावर एंड माइनिंग आते हैं। सीमेंट सेगमेंट की अगर बात करें तो कंपनी का जो है 95% मार्केट शेयर है, ओवरऑल 20 ईयर से सीमेंट सेगमेंट में है। जबकि माइनिंग की बात करें तो कंपनी ग्लोबली 35% का मार्केट शेयर एंजॉय कर रही है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट जो है वो है जेएसडब्ल्यू स्टील पे एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट है, जहाँ पे कंपनी जो है वो 20 से 40% स्टेक पिकअप करने का प्लान कर रही है ईएल के वैली रिसोर्सेज लिमिटेड में, जो एक कोल यूनिट है कनाडा के टेक रिसोर्सेज का। एट द सेम टाइम जो है कुछ जापानीज और साउथ कोरियन मिल्स जो है वहाँ पे भी प्लानिंग चल रही है टू बाय अ स्टेक इन द एसेट एंड द कंबाइंड ऑफर की अगर बात करें तो ओवरऑल वैल्यू ऑफ द यूनिट जो है वो अराउंड $8 बिलियन के अराउंड आ रही है। सीसीएल प्रोडक्ट की अगर बात करें तो यहाँ पे एक नेगेटिव अपडेट है, जहाँ पे जो एक ब्रेकडाउन हुआ है ओवरऑल मार्केट में, उसकी वजह से जो की इक्विपमेंट पीसेस है गॉन कॉफी कंपनी लिमिटेड के जो वियतनाम में है, यहाँ पे एक प्रोडक्शन इंटरप्शन आ सकता है थ्रू आउट द क्वार्टर। सो इस वजह से ओवरऑल जो स्टॉक प्राइस है वो इम्पैक्ट हो सकता है। ओवरऑल इनके नेट प्रॉफिट की अगर बात करें तो 6 to 10% का एक नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट इनके नेट प्रॉफिट में भी देखा जा सकता है ऑन ए कंसोलिडेटेड बेसिस। बीएल भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की बात करें तो बीएल को एक नया ऑर्डर मिला है डिफेंस एंड नॉन डिफेंस के थ्रू। अगर कंबाइन करें तो इनके ऑर्डर्स है वर्थ ₹3289 करोड़। अगर जुलाई एंड अगस्त की बात करें, अगस्त 2023 की बात करें, ये जो ऑर्डर्स है इसमें जो है एलओआई ऑर्डर्स भी इंक्लूडेड है वर्थ ₹1075 करोड़, जो आज उनको मिला है फ्रॉम हिंदुस्तान शिपयार्ड्स लिमिटेड। बीएचईएल भेल जो है इनके लिए एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट है, जहाँ पे अगेन कंपनी को एनएचपीसी से एक ऑर्डर मिला है। एनएचपीसी जो एक गवर्नमेंट एंटरप्राइज है, इनसे एक अप्रोक्सीमेटली ₹2200 करोड़ का ऑर्डर मिला है। इस ऑर्डर का जो टाइम पीरियड है वो है अराउंड 75 मंथ्स, एंड अगर कैलकुलेट किया जाए तो इसका एनुअल वर्थ आता है अराउंड ₹352 करोड़, विच कॉन्स्टिट्यूट्स 1.5% ऑफ द FY23 रेवेन्यूज। तो ओवरऑल एक काफी पॉजिटिव अपडेट होगा बीएचईएल के लिए। पीवीआर आइनॉक्स की अगर बात करें तो यहाँ पे भी एक पॉजिटिव आउटलुक है, बिकॉज की जो 6 फिल्म्स हैं उन्होंने बॉक्स ऑफिस जो नेट बॉक्स ऑफिस कलेक्शन है उसको ब्रीच कर दिया है ₹100 के ऊपर Q2 में ऑफ FY 2024। अगर कुछ स्पेसिफिक फिल्म्स की बात करें तो ऐसे गदर, जेलर, ओ माय गॉड 2, रॉकी और रानी, ओपेनहाइमर, इन फिल्म्स की अगर बात करें तो इन्होंने एक अच्छा जो है प्रॉफिट दिखाया है बॉक्स ऑफिस पे। एट द सेम टाइम अगर आने वाले टाइम की बात करें एंड करंट टाइम की बात करें तो अगस्त 25 को ड्रीम गर्ल 2 रिलीज हुई थी, जिससे अगेन पॉजिटिव रिव्यूज मिले हैं, एंड ओवरऑल एक अच्छा बिजनेस फिल्म से एक्सपेक्ट किया जा सकता है। आने वाले टाइम में जवान मूवी रिलीज हो रही है, दैट इज ऑन 7 सितंबर। सो ओवरऑल जो नंबर्स बन रहे हैं पीवीआर के वो काफी पॉजिटिव है नेक्स्ट क्वार्टर के लिए। एलएनटी की अगर बात करें तो एलएनटी पे एक पॉजिटिव अपडेट है, जहाँ पे कंपनी को शेयर होल्डर्स का अप्रूवल मिल गया है उनके बायबैक के लिए, विच इज अप टू ₹10,000 करोड़। इसके अलावा अगर मार्केट के रिगार्डिंग कुछ अपडेट ले तो फ्राइडे को हमने देखा था कि मार्केट एक गैप डाउन के साथ ओपन हुआ था, एंड थ्रू आउट द डे थोड़ा सा एक सेलिंग प्रेशर मार्केट में सस्टेन हुआ था। सो आज एज वेल एज ये पूरे वीक की बात करें तो निफ्टी का जो एक ओवरऑल रेंज बन रहा है वो है 18,800 से लेके 19,800 तक का। शॉर्ट टर्म लेवल्स की अगर बात करें आज के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से तो 19,500 एक ऐसा लेवल है जिसपे एक रेजिस्टेंस, एक शॉर्ट टर्म रेजिस्टेंस एक्सपेक्ट किया जा सकता है बेस्ड ऑन जो भी एक सेलिंग प्रेशर मार्केट में आया है। बैंक निफ्टी की अगर बात करें तो अगेन बैंक निफ्टी का ओवरऑल रेंज होगा 43,500 से लेके 45,000 तक, एंड शॉर्ट टर्म लेवल की अगर बात करें तो 44,500 एक ऐसा लेवल है जहां पे थोड़ा सा रेजिस्टेंस इंट्राडे पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से एक्सपेक्ट किया जा सकता है। कुछ स्टॉक्स जिसपे एक पॉजिटिव आउटलुक आज के दिन में रखा जा सकता है वो है बजाज फिनसर्व, एस्कॉर्ट्स और सेरा सैनिटरी। FIS की अगर बात करें, FIS DIS ने तो कैश मार्केट में फ्राइडे के दिन FIS ने 4638.21 करोड़ की सेलिंग की थी, जबकि DIS ने 1414.35 करोड़ की बाइंग की थी। कुछ स्टॉक्स फ्यूचर्स डेटा के हिसाब से अगर रडार पे रखे जा सकते हैं, तो कुछ स्टॉक्स जहाँ पे अगर लॉन्ग बिल्डअप देखने मिला है फ्राइडे को, तो वो है सन टीवी, एस्कॉर्ट्स एंड PEL, पिरामल एंटरप्राइजेस। जबकि कुछ ऐसे स्टॉक्स जहाँ पे शॉर्ट बिल्डअप देखने को मिला है, वो है क्यूमेंस इंडिया, PFC and PI Industries. So this was all from our end. Thank you for attending the morning con call. Have a good day.